Okay guys, and once again, a huge shout out to Race Chip. I'll put the link in the description below. They make a lot of different race chips for different cars, especially German cars. As you can see, quality made in Germany. It was super simple to install. It took maybe 15-20 minutes. Like I said, the hardest part was trying to figure out where to put the race chip and tie it down and make sure that the wires aren't touching anything. Hello guys, and welcome to Rogue Supercars. My name is Mike. If this is your first time stopping by, you guys know the drill. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button. So the other day, Brian came over from Pittsburgh's Views. He helped me put the tune on the car, which was very simple. In fact, he did all the work. I just sat there and watched. So today, we're gonna go out and try to see if I can get a better time, 0 to 60. We tried it right after we tuned it. It was very, very cold outside, 32 degrees. The tires were at like 57 degrees, and we spun all 4 tires and didn't do very well. So we'll go out, we'll try to do the 0 to 60 time. We'll try to get a 60 to 130 time and match that against the numbers I got beforehand. Now, I haven't been able to take it to a dyno because the place in Pittsburgh will not dyno the car unless they tune the car, and the other place is closer to Cleveland. So that will be another time. So let's get in the car, go out and see if this race chip has made a difference. And I do believe it has, because when we just test drove it right after we put it in, the throttle response was a lot better. All right guys, let's get on our way. All right guys, my initial response to the race chip tune in this car is positive. And it starts with the throttle response. In Sport Plus, before the tune, the throttle response was good, but it wasn't great. The M3 CS was so much better. It was tuned so much better. Now, granted, that was more of a track car than this car. And in efficient mode in this car, the throttle response, there's a lot of pedal travel in it to get it to really go forward. And I understand that, because that's for gas mileage and they had to do it. But when you put it into Sport Plus, the throttle response was a lot sharper, but still not what I liked. I mean, it still was not as intuitive as the CS was. Now with the tune on it, the throttle response is 100% better. At least in my eyes, the throttle response is so much better. So for first impressions, it's a go, and now we're gonna go out and see. So the weather today, once again, it is about 35 degrees. So obviously I'm not gonna get the best times, but we are gonna be able to compare a little bit. Even if I get the same time as I did prior to with the stickier tires and a warmer weather, that means that there is definitely an improvement on the tune. And I am using the Race Chip factory tune right now, which is at setting 5, and it can go up to setting 7. Also, I'll put the link to Race Chip below in the comments. So far, once again, I recommend the company. BMW CCA Club, like I stated before, used it on their giveaway M5 competition. So we're gonna head off to Mexico, and we're gonna get a few runs in, and we'll see what she ends up doing. Okay guys, we're ready to do the first attempt. The temperature is at 35 degrees. My tires are at 70 degrees. So once again, being that cold, and I'm on summer tires, a Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, it's gonna be kind of sketchy to get a good run in, but we'll see. I mean, you know, the 60 to 130 run should be fine. It's that initial 0 to 60 mile an hour run that I think I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble with. Holy shit. Wow. Let's see, it's going crazy. Good run, 4-wheel spin though. All right guys, that was crazy. Yeah, it's definitely faster. There's just no two ways about it. On the launch, I am getting massive wheel spin on all 4 tires. I mean, it's pulling the car left and right. And as you can see, the times right there, with massive wheel spin, the 0 to 60 time was 3.09 seconds. The quarter mile time, 10.87. So, I mean, that was with massive wheel spin. So we should be in a, I would say, 10.5 second quarter mile times. The 60 to 130 time, 7.91. So we are definitely raising the bar on this car. This thing's gonna be a beast. And you know, with an exhaust and an intake on this car, it's definitely gonna be very low 10 quarter mile car. Okay guys, I'm back at the house. Let's go over some of the numbers. I couldn't go out there and do multiple runs just because the temperature wasn't right outside. It's very cold, the tires weren't heating up, and it was just, there's no way to get a good 0 to 60 run down. The tires are just spinning way too much. So what I'm gonna do is go over the numbers with you, what I did get. I'll post them on the screen and we'll go over them. So the first thing we're gonna go over the 0 to 60 times. Now, I did a couple runs. The best run I got 0 to 60 was 3.09 seconds. That was pretty good. I mean, that's better than what BMW states the car will do in a factory format. But like I said before, we're getting heavy wheel spin on that 0 to 60 time. So the 0 to 60 time, I do expect it to come down to under 3 seconds as soon as we can get some grip with the tires. So the next one we're gonna move on to is, we're gonna go over the quarter mile time. So this one actually shows a benefit. So when you're looking at the quarter mile time, prior to when I got the car in October, we had some nice warm days, the best run I got with it was like almost a perfect launch. It seemed like a great run, was a 10.86 at 119 miles an hour. So that trap speed at 119 for a 10.86 is really good. So to get that trap time and speed, that means the launch was really good. Now, if we compare that to the run I just did now with the Race Chip tune, is 10.87. So that is basically identical run, but the trap speed is 129.32 miles an hour, basically 130 miles an hour, which means I am getting a lot more power. So that shows how much tire spin I was getting at the beginning of the run. Now we're doing a 60 to 130 mile per hour run, which the best run I have here is 7.88 seconds. That's pretty good. So this is the number I ran stock 60 to 130. The best I was able to get from the car was 8.56 seconds. So once again, there is a definite increase, almost by a full second, from the 60 to 130 with the tune. All right, guys, well, there you have it. The numbers don't lie. The Race Chip definitely did add power to the car. Hopefully we can get it on a dyno to see exactly how much power we did add. That will be upcoming. I'm doing some research to try to figure out where I can get the car dynoed. So with that, the Race Chip for me has definitely been a good buy. And like I said, it's a very mild tune. You don't have to mess with the ECU. And one of the main reasons why I looked into using the Race Chip is BMW CCA Club used it on the giveaway BMW M5 competition this year. So if it was good enough for them to use it on that giveaway car, I figured why not try it on my car. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.